Hello, y'all. This is Beth, your instructor for this course, and I'd like to welcome you to week 2. This is the week where we actually delve into examining the author that you have chosen and seeing how he or she creates an argument, supports a thesis, and whether you want to follow that example or not. Now, by Wednesday of this week, I would like you to have chosen your columnists. I like this course because you get to choose your own readings. If you tell me you don't like them, I'll just tell you, choose somebody else, for heaven's sakes. We're on week 2 now, January 14th through January the 20th, but I want to go back to what I posted for you last week, week 1, that in choosing your columnist, as I said, you've got until Wednesday to choose your columnist. You might want to look at the things I posted on how to navigate your way through the New York Times. The list of the columnists on this, I have listed just some information about each one based on their own biographies that they posted for themselves. I put down the ages, where they happen to live, the topics that they choose to write on, also some other information that they themselves find important. Not me necessarily, but they have. For some of them, it's their marital status. For some of them, it's whether they have children or not. For some of them, it's their background. For some of them, it's their religion. So just things that you might want to look to see if you want to find somebody similar to you or somebody completely different. I also posted a video, finding a columnist who shares your interests, because sometimes it gets a little dismaying when you look at the paper day after day after day and it seems to be talking about the same thing. I want to encourage you to use the archives, to go back into the past, to find people who are writing on subjects that interest you. You do not have to deal with politics if you don't want to, I promise. If you have problems, let me know. I'll be glad to find you some articles. Now, let's go back to week 2, which is where we are, and talk about what I'm going to ask you to do. The forum assignments are due on Wednesday and Friday, just as last week. Excuse me. On Wednesday, I will expect you to have chosen your author, your columnist, and to post by 11:45 p.m. on Wednesday who you chose and a brief reason why. Then I think we'll all be interested to see which of the 14, maybe there'll be a poll, which one is the most popular. Then on Friday, just the same as this past week, by 11:45 p.m., I will ask you to comment on at least 2 of your classmates. You might choose somebody who chose the same author you did, or somebody who chose somebody you passed over. Anyway, it's a discussion. It's a discussion. I don't expect us to agree. For heaven's sakes, consensus can be boring, but we need to be respectful of people and their choices, and be respectful of the columnists. You can disagree with their logic. You can disagree with their theses, but we need to maintain some respect for them. Now, the writing assignment is a summary. This is one of the skills that we need to learn here and practice in terms of doing research. I'm asking you, there are 2 parts of this assignment. The first part, I'm asking you to actually summarize an article. You can choose it, but I want a summary of it in just a page or 2 of the article itself. What is the thesis? How does the person go about supporting it? Totally objective, not your opinion. Part 2, the second part, is the place for your opinion. And I have given you an example down here that you might want to look at. Realize it's an example, it's not a model. It was written by a student several years ago, and it serves very well to show you kind of what we're looking for, but you can do better. Now up here, I want you to realize, since you are summarizing somebody else's words, somebody else's ideas, you're going to have to document it. You will have to cite it. You may use a quotation, you may not choose to, but you are summarizing somebody else's ideas. So at the end, you will have to have a works cited entry. I've got this written right here. We will be using MLA Edition 8 in this course. Please don't worry. I'm not concerned with format right now. I will not grade you on the format. I'm giving you some ideas of how to get it, but I've also told you just as long as you include the author's name, the name of the article, the newspaper, which of course is the New York Times, the date, and the URL. Please do not stress over format. It's just that every time we use somebody else's words or ideas, we must document it. We must cite that. So, let me know if you need help with anything. I am here for you. Talk to you later. Bye.